What if this morning we started in child's pose? Coming around. Stop it. Laying the tops of your feet on the floor, big toes touching. And you can have your knees close together or wide apart. Hopefully your dogs are better behaved than mine right now. And then feel free to take a cushion or stacked palms under your forehead or rest your forehead down to the floor. And you could keep your arms stretched forward in front of you, but it might also feel nice to rest your hands back beside your feet. As you settle into this, if you find that that shape doesn't feel very good right now for the tops of your feet or your ankles or your knees, then you're welcome to just find a comfortable seated position or even lay down onto your back. We don't want you to linger there if it's aggravating your joints. But if it feels okay to be there, and maybe you could even add some support between your feet and your heels so your knees have a little more room. You can let your body sink really heavily into the floor. Okay, moving and adjusting till you're as comfy as possible here. And then invite your body to be still for a little bit. In that stillness, you can start to notice the rhythm of your breath. We'll inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And just begin to observe how it feels to breathe here. Really starting to focus on inviting the breath deep into the lungs so that the lower back expands and the lower abdomen expands. And then as you exhale, surrender the weight of the body into the floor. Starting to listen to the sound of your breathing, focusing your mind there anytime your attention starts to wander. Let your pelvis sink heavily towards your heels. Allow your forehead to rest heavily into the support beneath it. Let's take a few more big breaths here. Start to use your breath to expand through the sides of the torso, the sides of the rib cage. And extending your palms out in front of you, gazing forward. Next time you inhale, come up to your hands and your knees. And from there, you can stack your joints, so wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And you're welcome to give your toes a tuck under. And then staying with that slow, deep breath, let's exhale and round the back, lifting the spine towards the ceiling. And then inhale to extend the spine, tailbone lifts, chest lifts, gaze lifts. And a big breath out, pushing the floor away from you with your palms as you hug your navel in and round your back. And then big full inhale to extend the spine, lifting the chest and the head up. And let your breath guide you. You're welcome to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Next time you breathe out, keep your back rounded. Draw your chin in towards your chest. You can stay here, you can walk your hands closer towards your knees, press up onto your fingertips, lift your mid and upper back towards the sky, and then breathe into the back of the body. Take an inhale, walking forward out onto your hands and your knees. Let's lay the tops of the feet on the floor, big toes touching. As you exhale, bring your tailbone back towards your heels, returning to child's pose. Keeping the arms stretched forward if that feels okay for your shoulders. Let's spread the fingers wide, press the palms down into the floor as the tailbone reaches back towards the heels. Coming back to that deep breath, expanding through the sides of the torso. You can stay here, or you can see how it feels to bend your elbows and connect your palms behind your head. The more narrow the elbows are and the further they walk forward, the deeper of a stretch you'll feel in the backs of the upper arms. Let's stretch the arms forward, contract through the core with your palms supporting you. Take an inhale, slowly roll yourself up until you're sitting on your heels. And we're gonna bring our knees and our feet together. And I want you to add in support so that your knees feel comfy here. So you might grab cushions or blankets or blocks, taking that in between your seat and your heels. And if you find this shape just doesn't feel good for your body today, you could also come sit with your legs crossed or sitting on your pelvis with your legs stretched forward. Okay, so make sure your knees feel safe. And then stack your spine, stretching the crown of your head upwards. Your hands can rest into your lap or onto your thighs. Let's take a few nice big full breaths here, expanding through the lower abdomen each time you breathe in. And we'll start to sync up our breath and our movement. So interlace your fingers as you inhale, press your palms forward and up. Gaze can follow the hands if that feels good. And then as you exhale, round your spine, tuck chin to chest, press your palms forward, arms parallel to the floor. Okay, inhale, sweep your hands behind you, sit tall, crown of the head towards the ceiling, interlace your fingers and extend your arms. And as you exhale, return your hands to your lap or onto your thighs. Your fingers interlace, big breath in, reaching forward and up. And then long exhale, rounding your spine. Inhale, hands come behind you as you sit tall, interlace your fingers, extend through the arms. And we'll exhale the hands into the lap. Let's do that again. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale to round. Inhale, hands behind you. Open up through the chest as you lift the crown of the head. Exhale the hands to the lap. And one last time, breathing in, forward and up. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, hands come behind you. We're going to hold here. So stretch the crown of the head up, stack your spine, extending through the arms. Now you can stay here, crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling, or if it feels safe for your joints, you can engage your core. Exhale, let your chest come forward. And your forehead could rest on folded up blanket or a cushion or blocks or the mat. You could lift the knuckles of your hands up towards the ceiling, but you could also let your hands rest to your low back if that feels better. I want you to make sure you're in a place where your breath is deep and there's no straining or pain in your body. And then exhale, let's all release our hands, stretching our palms forward in front of us. Take an inhale, coming to your hands and your knees, moving anything that was supporting you off to the side. Let's take our knees wider than our hips and bring our big toes to touch. You can align your wrists slightly ahead of your shoulders and then contract your abdominal muscles as you inhale, extend your right hand towards the ceiling. With an exhale, leave your right arm underneath you, touching down onto your cheek and your shoulder. You notice how your neck feels here. Your tailbone can sink all the way back to your heels if that feels safer for your neck. If your neck feels good here, you could press down into your left palm, let your chest open a little more towards the ceiling. If your breath is very steady here, you may hold or engage your core. Use your inhale to stretch your left toes out to the side, tucking them under off of your mat, and using that to help your body weave a little deeper into your twist. There shouldn't be any pain in your neck. Your breath should be slow and steady. As you exhale, touching your left knee back down to the floor, press your left palm into the ground. Inhale, come back up to your hands and your knees, and then let your body move here in any way that feels good for you. And keeping the knees wider than the hips, big toes touching, wrists slightly ahead of the shoulders. Contract through your core. Inhale, send your left hand up to the ceiling. Exhale, weave your left arm underneath you, touching down onto your cheek and your shoulder. Make sure your tailbone gets closer to your heels if that's safer for your neck. You let your chest revolve towards the ceiling. You can stay here or nice strong core. Inhale, right leg stretches out to the side, toes tuck under, making sure your neck feels safe. Deepen your breathing. And carefully lower the right knee down, plant the right hand on the mat. Inhale back up to your hands and your knees. And again, give your body freedom to move here in any way that feels good for you. Resting the tops of the feet on the floor, big toes touching. Take an exhale, sink your tailbone towards your heels. Let's come back into child's pose for a few breaths. You can rest your arms wherever it feels most comfortable for your shoulders. Turn your attention back to the sound of your breathing. With your hands stretched forward in front of you, look up to the top of your mat. As you inhale, carefully come onto your abdomen. With your legs reaching back behind you, rest the tops of your feet on the floor. And then place your palms under your shoulders, touch your forehead down. Keep your lower back long, extending your tailbone towards your heels. And then engage your abdominal muscles. Use your inhale to reach your head and chest forward and up. Draw the shoulders down, hug the elbows in. Taking one more breath here as you lift up through your chest. And then exhale, lower your chest and your head. Pressing your palms down into the floor, engage through your core as you inhale, come up to your hands and your knees. From there, let's align our wrists slightly ahead of our shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Your fingers spread wide, tuck your toes under, keep drawing your navel towards your spine. Inhale, lift up to downward dog. Feet hip width apart here as you lift the hips up high, let your chest sink towards your thighs. Notice the sound of your breath, keeping it slow and steady. Let's contract through the core. Take an inhale, slowly come forward to a plank pose. Shoulders align over the wrists, legs are long. If you want more support, touch your knees down to the floor. And keep the back of your head in line with your spine. Take an exhale, lower the knees, look forward, lift your tailbone up. As you exhale, slowly lower your chest and your chin. Touching down through the pelvis, tops of the feet and the forehead. Keep your low back long, navel to spine. Let's inhale forward and up into a cobra. Exhale to lower. And then inhale up to your hands and your knees. And you can press back to child's pose or down dog. I want you to notice how your breath feels and take your body to the place where your breath is the deepest. Let's all meet in downward dog. When you're down dog, bring your big toes to touch. Keeping your hips squared, equal weight in your palms, engage your core. Inhale, lift your right heel towards the ceiling. As you exhale, take your shoulders over your wrists, draw your knee in towards your chest, chin to chest, around your spine. And then inhale, slowly press that heel up behind you. And this time as you exhale, shoulders over wrists, bring your knee towards your right elbow. Okay, inhale, taking that right heel high. And this time as you exhale, draw your right knee towards your left elbow. Inhale, extend your leg behind you. As you exhale, step your right foot up between your palms. Align your right knee over your ankle. Lower your left heel to the mat, turning your left toes in deeply. Take your hands onto your hips as you inhale, reach your chest forward and up. Square your abdomen to the top of your mat. Press your back heel down into the floor. Stay here, inhale, extend fingertips towards the ceiling. You can hold here or take a nice big breath in. Engage your core as you exhale. We're going to sweep our arms back behind us and stretch our chest and the crown of the head forward. Stay really heavy in your back heel and reach the backs of the upper arms towards the ceiling. So engage through the backs of the arms. Take a big breath in, fingertips rise up, chest lifts up, gaze can follow the hands if it feels good. And then we'll exhale. Chest reaches forward, arms sweep back behind us. Let's engage through the backs of the arms, stretch the crown of the head forward. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, chest reaches forward. And let's do it one more time. Big breath in, rising up. Stay really heavy in your back heel. And then exhale. We're going to hold here. Arms stretching back behind you. You can stay like this or interlace your fingers and extend your arms. Reach the knuckles of your hands back. Keep hugging your navel in towards your spine. Really long here. Press into your left heel. And with an exhale, release your hands down to the floor. Lift your left heel up, engage your core. Inhale to downward dog. Taking your feet hip width apart. Deepen your breath. You can stay here in your down dog. You can come down to child's pose, or you can follow your breath with an inhale, come forward to plank, turning the core on to support you. As you exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin, elbows hug the sides of the body. They will inhale forward into cobra. Exhale to lower down. And then inhale to child's pose or down dog. Listen to your breath. Making your way to downward dog. Lift up through the tailbone and lengthen your spine and sink into the knuckles of your hands. And bring your big toes to touch. Hips stay squared. Contract through your core. Inhale, left heel reaches towards the ceiling. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, knee in towards the chest, chin to chest. Inhale, left heel reaches back and up. Exhale, left knee towards left elbow. Keep your core turned on to support you. Inhale, left heel back up high. Exhale, left knee towards right elbow. Inhale, extend the left leg back. Exhale, left foot up between the hands. Okay, left knee over the ankle, right heel touches down, right toes turned in deeply. And when you're ready, palms to hips, we'll inhale to rise up. Abdomen and chest square forward. Really ground down through your right heel. Hold here, or inhale, extend the arms up. You notice how your breath feels. And you can stay here or take a big breath in. Engage your core as you exhale. Sweep your hands back behind you. Crown of the head and chest stretch forward. You'll inhale, arms rise up. Keep pressing into your right heel, front knee over the ankle. And then exhale, arms sweep back, engaging the backs of the arms as you extend through your spine. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. And then exhale, arms sweep back, crown of the head stretches forward, and you can hold here or interlace your fingers, opposite thumb on the outside, extend your arms. Keep pressing into your right heel, draw your navel towards your spine, and relax your lower jaw. As you breathe out, release your hands to the floor, lift your right heel up, engage your core, inhale to downward dog. Stay here in down dog, make your way to child's pose, or contract through your core and inhale forward to plank. As you exhale, you can lower knees, chest, chin, or come down full chaturanga, but be mindful of elbows, wrists, and shoulders. Inhaling forward into cobra. Exhaling to come back down. Next breath in, pressing up, come to child's pose or down dog, your choice. Start to deepen your inhalations. Lengthen your exhalations. Making your way back to downward dog when you're ready. From downward dog, let's inhale and walk our feet forward towards our palms. Bend your knees as much as you need so you can come into a forward fold at the top of your mat, feet hip width apart. Let's contract through the core. Take the hands onto the shins or the thighs as you inhale, lift up halfway. Chest reaches forward, shoulders back, navel in. And we'll exhale to fold forward. Let's do that again. Navel to spine, hands to shins or thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Bend your knees if you need to so you can lengthen the spine as much as possible. And then exhale and fold forward. And one more time. Big inhale. Lift up halfway. Exhale. Let it go. Pressing down into your feet. Engage your abdominal muscles. Inhale, reach your arms wide. Stretch your chest forward and up. Sweep your hands up. Touch your palms together. And then exhale the hands down to the chest. Resting your thumbs against your sternum. Lift your chest up towards your hands. And then close your eyes or soften your gaze. Notice the sensation of your breath. As you inhale, let's sweep our arms up overhead, touch the palms together. With an exhale, I want you to hinge from your hips and fold all the way forward. Engage your core. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands to shins or thighs or fingertips to the mat. Exhale to release. And then arms go wide. Inhale, chest forward and up. Arms sweep up, touch palms together. Exhale the hands to the heart. Let's do that again. Big breath in. Exhale forward. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, release. Engage your core. Inhale, sweep forward and up. Exhale, palms to the chest. Okay, one more time. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward. Inhale, arms wide. Chest goes forward and up. Exhale the hands to the chest. Let me pause here. Take a big breath in. Take a long exhale. And contract through your core. Inhale, lift your right knee up in front of you. As you exhale, take a big step back with your right foot. Touch your right heel down. Turning to the right, open your body to the wide edge of your mat. Make sure your heels are on the same line. Turn both feet out slightly. You want your feet to be at least one leg length apart. With your hands together in front of your chest, take a big breath in, lift your sternum. Engage your core. As you exhale, bend your knees, let your hips sink. We want to keep our ribs over our pelvis, so our spine's nice and tall, navel and front ribs hugging in, knees are opening out towards the pinky toes. Soften your shoulders. Stay here. Or as you inhale, reach your arms wide, stretch your fingertips up. As you exhale, slowly draw your palms down. Imagine you're trying to drag your heels towards one another. Engage through the legs. Take a big breath in. Arms reach up. And we exhale, palms come down. Okay, one more time. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the chest. Engage your core. Inhale, extend your legs. As you exhale, turn your right toes in slightly. Point your left toes out 90 degrees. Check that your left heel lines up with the arch of your right foot. Let's inhale, arms out from the shoulders. Engage to your core. Exhale, stretch out over your front thigh. Your left hand can reach down, right arm can extend up, or right hand to hip. I want you to press into the ball of your left foot. Find a little micro bend in your left knee. You let your chest open up towards the ceiling and then adjust your gaze so your neck is relaxed. Maintaining your steady breath, see how much you can breathe into the sides of your torso. Open up those muscles. And contract through your core. Inhale, slowly draw up. Exhale, left knee over the ankle. Let's take our hands down to the mat. Lift the right heel. Plant your right hand under your shoulder. You're welcome to touch your right knee down for more support. If you feel good here, your breath is steady, keep that right knee lifted, engage the leg. Inhale, open the left arm. Keeping your left knee over your ankle, press your right heel away from you, and then hug your shoulder blades towards one another. Let your chest open up. You can stay here, or as you exhale, sweep your left hand back towards the back edge of your mat. We're going to inhale, reach that arm forward, up, and open. Exhale, hand stretches back towards the back edge of the mat. And then we inhale, forward, up, and open. Okay, one more time. Breathing out. Let that arm lower down. We'll inhale, forward, up, and open. Exhale, relaxing the palm all the way down to the floor. Contract through your core. Inhale, step your left foot back to down dog. Be mindful of your breath here, mindful of wrists, elbows, and shoulders. You can stay in your down dog, take child's pose, or follow your breath through a vinyasa. If you're moving through your vinyasa, keep drawing your navel towards your spine. And take good care of shoulders and elbows. And you can make your way to down dog or child's pose, whatever feels best for you. And let's all meet in downward dog. From down dog, engage your core. Inhale, lift your right heel towards the ceiling. As you exhale, step your right foot up between your hands. With your right knee over your ankle, we're going to come into a high lunge. So back legs energized, hands to hips. We'll inhale, lift up through the chest. This feels like too much today. Touch your back heel to the floor. Try warrior one. Stay here, palms on hips, or inhale, fingertips rise up. You can stay here as you exhale. Twist your spine. Open your arms from the shoulders. We're going to twist to the right side. Keep pressing your back heel away from you. Stretch your fingertips away from one another, but keep hugging your shoulder blades in. If you feel super steady, you could try looking back towards your right thumb. And inhale, arms reach up, turn to face forward. Touch your palms together, exhale, hands to the chest. Find one spot to focus your gaze on. Take a few hops if you need to. Engage your core, inhale, shift your weight onto your right foot, lift your left knee up. And take a big breath in, chest lifts. As you exhale, big step back with your left foot. Now we're going to open to the left side, so we turn to the wide edge of our mat. Turn both feet out slightly, heels on the same line. Inhale, lift your sternum towards your thumbs. And then engage your core. Exhale, bending into the knees. Keep head over ribs, ribs over pelvis. Sink into the outer edges of your feet. Knees pulling out towards the pinky toes. And you can stay here as you inhale, bend your elbows at 90 degrees, come to cactus arms, elbows in line with the shoulders, fingers spread wide. Gaze can stay forward, or you can tip your head back, soften your lower jaw. And with an exhale, touch your palms together in front of your chest. Inhale, extend your legs. As you breathe out, turn your left toes in slightly, your right toes out 90 degrees. Find that heel to arch alignment. And then inhale, arms out at shoulder height. Engage your core. Exhale, reach out over your right thigh. Right hand touches down, left palm can stretch up, or left hand to hip. Make sure you keep a micro bend in that right knee, pressing down into the ball of your foot. Sink into the outside edge of your left foot. Draw your top shoulder back. And then engage through your core. Inhale, slowly come up, arms out from the shoulders. Exhale, right knee over the ankle. Take your hands to the floor. Lift your left heel. You can stay here or touch your left knee down for more support. Be in a place where your breath is easy. Okay, plant your left hand underneath your shoulder, engage your core. Inhale, open your right arm. That back knee is lifted. Press your heel away from you and keep your right knee over your ankle. You can stay here or exhale, lower your right arm down. As you inhale, sweep that arm forward, stretch out and lengthen. Take your arm up and open. Exhale, arm lowers. Inhale, forward, up, and open. Do that one more time. Inhaling forward, up, and open. As you exhale, lower your palm down to the floor, engage your core. Inhale, step your right foot back to down dog. You're welcome to stay here in your down dog. Take child's pose or engage your core. Inhale forward to plank. As you exhale, you can lower knees, chest, and chin or full chaturanga. Inhaling to your cobra. Exhale, lengthen the spine as you lower. Inhale to child's pose or down dog. Focus your attention on your breath. Let's all meet in downward dog. Contract your abdominal muscles. Inhale, left heel towards the ceiling. Exhale, left foot up between your hands. Left knee over the ankle. Back heel stays lifted. Hands onto hips. We'll inhale, rise up into a high lunge. Remember, you can always lower your back heel to the floor if that feels better today. Stay here, breathe in, reach your fingertips up. Soften your shoulders. You can hold here as you exhale, turn the upper body to the left, opening the arms at shoulder height, thumbs pointing towards the ceiling. Keep reaching your right heel back, hips squared forward. You could try gazing back towards your left thumb. You inhale, arms rise up, turn to face forward, touch your palms. Exhale the hands to the chest. Fixing your gaze on one spot. Take a few hops if you need to. Engage your core. Inhale, weight onto your left foot. Lift your right knee up. As you exhale, lower your right foot down. Relax your arms down alongside your body. And take a really deep breath in. A really long exhale. And then find one spot to focus your gaze on. I want you to heel toe your feet in until they're touching. And then we're going to bend into our knees. Hug the inner thighs towards one another. Keep lifting up through your chest. You contract through your core. As you inhale, I want you to cross your right leg over your left leg. That left leg stays bent, so there's a shelf for your right thigh to rest on. Try to keep your hips squared forward. Stay here or cross your left arm over your right arm. Palms can wrap, or you could intertwine your arms, palms, or backs of the hands touching. Lifting up through the elbows. Keep your breath as steady as possible. If you want to deepen this, you can start to sink the hips back a little more, bending more into that left leg. Keep lifting up through the elbows, draw navel to spine. Take an inhale, draw yourself up. Unravel the body, have a shake. Touch your right foot back down to the floor. And then come back to mountain pose. Okay, walking your feet until they touch. Finding your focal point. Contract through your core. Let's bend the knees. With an inhale, take left leg over right leg. Hips stay facing forward. Stay here, or right arm over left arm, palms can wrap, or arms intertwine. You can start to sink a little deeper through the hips, lifting up through the elbows. As you inhale, unravel the body, touch the left foot back down, shake away tension. Place your feet hip width apart. Relax the arms alongside the body. Engage your core. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands through center. Come all the way forward. Let's inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale to release. Holding here in a forward fold, you can hold your elbows. Hands could come to the low back, fingers interlaced for yoga mudra, or any other variation that feels good for your body. Take an exhale, releasing the arms all the way down. Fingertips on the floor supporting you. You can come straight to sitting or walk your feet wider for a squat, turning your heels in slightly as you slowly lower your tailbone. You might add some height under the heels. You might keep your hands down on the ground. Palms could come to touch. Or you could take a twist with me, tucking the right arm on the inside of the right leg, inhaling the left arm open for a few breaths. You can come out of your squat anytime you need to, so listen to your body. Now let's exhale, take that left arm down to the inside of the left leg. Inhale the right arm open. Exhale, lower the right arm down, coming back to the center. With your hands supporting you, carefully come down to sitting. Stretch your legs out in front of you and give your legs a little shake. Now we're going to keep our right leg extended. Draw the left foot towards the inside of the right leg. And I want you to make sure that your left knee is going to have some cushioning underneath it. So if it's hovering over the floor right now, you might want to move your body over so that your left knee is hovering over your mat. And from here, let's take our left hand behind us close to the body, fingertips pointing away. Option one here is to exhale, take a gentle twist to the left. Okay, option two, left fingers spread wide, that left shoulders roll back onto the upper back, nice strong core. We'll inhale, sweep the right arm forward, lifting up through the pelvis. So now we're balancing on our left hand or left knee. I want you to draw your right toes out in front of you and then press your hips forward, open your chest towards the sky. Only hold here as long as it feels safe for your body. Let's take really deep breaths. Gaze can go wherever your neck feels safe. Breathe down into the belly as you open up through the front of the body. Okay, with an exhale, sweeping that right arm forward, we're going to slowly lower our pelvis right back down to where we started. Right leg stretched forward, left foot to the inside of that right leg. Face your right toes, point your right toes up towards the sky. Interlock your thumbs as you inhale, extend your arms up overhead. Engage through your core as you exhale, fold over your right leg. Hands can touch down on either side of the leg, deep bend in the elbows, soften your neck. You're always welcome to bend your right knee a little more. Use your breath to make space here wherever you feel tension. Engage your core, interlock your thumbs, inhale, hands forward and up. As you exhale, relax your arms all the way down. Stretch the crown of the head up towards the sky. Roll the shoulders back. And stretch your left leg forward. Give your legs a shake. And this time, let's keep our left leg extended. Take the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Make sure your right knee is hovering over your mat so that it will be cushioned. And then bring your right hand to the floor behind you, close to your body, fingertips pointing away. Remembering option 1, gentle twist to the right. So if your shoulders, elbows, or wrists are feeling fatigued, take this option. The option 2, right finger spread wide, roll the right shoulder blade onto the upper back, engage your core. Inhale, sweep your left arm forward, lifting up through the pelvis, coming onto your right hand and your knee, draw your left toes forward, press your hips forward, open your chest. Super deep breaths here. Come out anytime you need to. As you exhale, sweeping your left arm forward, slowly lower your pelvis down, left leg's extended, right foot to the inside of that left leg. Left toes point up towards the sky. We'll hook the thumbs. Inhale, stretch up tall. Engage your core, exhale to fold. And relax your arms, relax your neck. Visualize your breath drawing down into your lower back. You contract through your core, hook your thumbs. Inhale, reach forward and up. As you exhale, slowly relax your arms down. Sit up tall. Give your shoulders a roll. Stretch both legs forward, give them a shake. And from here, I want you to slowly come down onto your back. I'm coming all the way down onto your back. Squeeze your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. And with your legs in the center here, let's place both hands onto the right knee. Touch the left foot down, and then stretch the left leg all the way out. Hugging your right knee in towards your chest. You can flex at the ankles and lengthen the back of the neck. Stay here, or reach your right arm down the inside of the right leg. Hold the inner edge of the foot. Might feel like enough to hold here. If you still want to deepen this, stack your right ankle over your knee, sole of the right foot facing the ceiling. Let the back of your left thigh sink towards the floor. Make sure the back of the neck is still long and try to relax across your chest. And come back to that really deep, full breath. Taking long exhalations. As you exhale, slowly lower your heel, keeping your right knee in towards your chest. Take your left hand on your knee. Reach your right arm out at shoulder height, palm facing down on the floor. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw your knee over to the left. Stack your hips, so you're stacking your right hip on top of your left hip. Your top foot can rest on your bottom leg, or onto a cushion, or a blanket, or the floor. Both shoulder blades stay connected to the mat. It feels nice if you gaze out towards your right fingertips. If you want to deepen this, you can start to slide your right heel further away from you. And then notice where you need to breathe a little deeper to make a little more space. Soften tension as you exhale. And take your left hand to the inside of your knee. Engage your core as you inhale, head to center. Draw your knee back to the center. And then let's squeeze both knees into the chest and rock side to side. The knees in the middle. Both hands on your left knee. Touch your right foot down. Stretch your right leg all the way out. Flex the ankles as you hug your left knee in towards you. Settle your shoulder blades into the floor. Lengthen the back of your neck. And then deepen your breath. Let your belly expand towards your thigh. You can stay here or reach your left hand down to the inside of your left foot. You can hold there or stack ankle over knee, sole of the foot facing the ceiling. Remember to keep that long spine and stay relaxed through the upper body. As you exhale, lower your left heel. Keep your left knee in towards you. We'll place our right hand on the left knee, extend the left arm out at shoulder height, palm facing down. Fill your lungs up. And then engage your core as you exhale. Take your knee over to the right. Stack your left hip on top of your right hip. Support your top foot, whether it's with your bottom leg or a cushion or the floor. And then let your shoulder blades sink into the mat, gazing where your neck feels comfortable. And letting each inhalation expand the low back and the abdomen. As you exhale, soften tension. The top foot can slide further away from you anytime you want to deepen this. Make sure that that doesn't cause any straining in your left hip or your lower back. Take your right hand to the inside of your left knee. Contract through your core. With your head in the middle, let's inhale. Take the knee back to center. Hugging both legs in towards you. Rock side to side or make circles with your knees. Make any other little movements your body's asking for. And then I want you to grab whatever you need to keep yourself warm. Even if you feel warm now, your body will cool down real quick once you're still. So maybe grab a blanket or a sweater or some socks. And then you can stretch out on your back for our relaxation. And laying on your back, maybe with some support behind the knees, a cushion or a blanket, or perhaps with the feet really wide and the toes falling up to the sides. And then wherever you decide to rest your hands, I want you to make sure your shoulders feel very at ease. No effort, no strain. It might feel nice to tilt your head from side to side a few times, letting go of any lingering tension in the neck. And with your head in the center, the back of your neck long. I want you to close your eyes or soften your gaze and let your attention settle within the space of your body. Staying conscious of the sensation of your natural breath as it flows in and out. Each time you exhale, invite the body to relax more and more, surrendering the weight of the body into the floor. Enjoying this time to be still. Inviting your attention back into your body. Follow your body's intuition, making whatever movements feel good for you. And let those movements grow, maybe into a stretch or a hug of the knees into the chest. And then carefully roll over to one side and press yourself up to sitting. And finding a comfortable seated position, lift the crown of the head towards the sky and place your palms together in front of your chest. With your gaze soft, your eyes closed. Take one more deep, nourishing inhale and a long, steady exhale. Namaste.